G'day everyone, and welcome along to this live stream. I'm Matt Elder, and I'm just going to be building a little bit tonight. Hopefully the volume and everything's working. We've been having a few little technical difficulties. All that being said, welcome along. Just if you've stumbled across this, I like to occasionally build some Lego and also do some art, drawing, other bits and pieces on the channel. So tonight, just going to be looking at building the Tallneck, because it's something which wanted to do for a while and heard that it's been quite good. And I just need to adjust some settings here. Hopefully people can hear that okay. It's been a while since I did a stream, did one last week, which was the first time in quite some time, and still managed to have all the problems and issues that brought up. So if it's not as polished as what it used to be, that would probably explain some of it. Let's sort of say, yep. I'll just see if we've background music or something as well, so it's not completely dead silence at times. Let's see, what shall we go for? Can you remember what some of these are? Get going in a second here. Turn that down just a little bit. So hopefully everyone's had a good day or having a good day, depending on what part of the world that you're in. Certainly here in UK night time. So let's get into this, crack it open, get going. So if anybody out there has built this, curious to see what your experiences may have been. Not quite 100% familiar with the source material. I hate these little push tabs. It's like instant destruction of the box. Check the sound. Yeah, hopefully you can hear stuff. I was finding before, drop the speakers down or headphones, it would start to provide a back feed. Let's get into the infamous bag noises. And that's the one I really want. And number one, in a slightly different setting than normal. It's just been one of those sorts of days. It's like 7, seems to be 8 bags. Next. What is there? The stickers. Let's double check. It's always a little strange when you just first get going and haven't done it in a while. It's like, is this even working? You might hear a little bit of feedback. So we'll try to get him to see this. That's pretty easy to this. Probably got this turned all the way down. Okay. Just wanted to double check the sound was working. Seems to be, so it's a start. Hopefully all had a good day. If anybody's been up to anything interesting, by all means, let us know in the comments there. And I suppose the thing I forgot to do last time is, give the video a thumbs up if you get the chance to. I'm just having a look here in the instruction book. Got some nice concept art. Designer for this one, Isaac Snyder. And some of the machines from the game. Just having a look on Rebrickable, and I think there was one or two of these other ones that were there. And they did the base in a very similar way. Some info about the actual Tallneck itself. Minifigure to the character comparison. And the figure looks like it's going to be quite good. Printing arms, torso, legs. So 3 bags of the base, and then it's that 5 for the rest of it. What I might do while I get that first bag is, I think what was the weird Olympic? So like one of these parodies, station break, time to pay the bills. So I have a sponsor, so just hopefully this will work.
This video is brought to you by McCatsim Holiday Homes in Margate and Broadstairs. Great for a week's holiday or a weekend escape, being just over an hour east of London, UK. Treat yourself to amazing sunsets, a Lego wall, or great food. Visit www.mccatsim.com and mention this YouTube video and we'll look after you.
So hopefully that works. It makes hide most of the noise. Open up the bag. I have to see the playback on that later on. Some interesting color pieces now. You can see it. Some character here. Some really nice prints on the arms. Oh, that's the other thing. Let's see if I can make this bigger. Not my head. This. Here's the layout from last time. There we go, that's better. Let's see a bit more. What's actually going on. Try not to bounce off the table too much. It's got printing on both sides. Nice hairpiece. Looks like it's been, there's an insert there to give a loop. I don't know how well this is going to show up. Cool little figure right there. Microphone seems super sensitive. Funky little way to make up that spear. Where's the bow that goes along with it? Go back in. Just make sure if there's any. Yep, okay. It's always the thing. I'm just thought I'd give the stream a try myself. The only downside to that is you never know if anybody else can hear it. Let me figure off to the side there. Almost seems like the first piece and I can't even find it. No, there it is. It's buried under something. Microphone seems really sensitive. Try and just turn that down somehow. Or if I have the right one. I think hopefully that's a bit better. Yeah. So I'll get on with that one. The funky little creature of some description. It's a new piece I haven't come across before. It's like a 90-degree clip with a, I don't know what you call it. Just put in the gun to the end. Oh, it's using those legs. That's cool. It's the creature there. Certainly some interesting usage of pieces. So now onto the base. Just turn that music up a little bit. Hello, mutant.
welcome on. Good to see you. How's your day been? Is this in between a homework study break or something? Just building a bit of the Tallneck. Refer to as Tallneck, but in the full name, it's Horizon Forbidden West Tallneck. Wow, very quiet tonight. Yeah, last week was a whole bunch of stuff going wrong. It's just like, you know what, I'm just gonna go with it in the end. So yeah, I just wanted to get in and do a bit of building and that, just catch up, and don't think I put a single brick together. So let's see how it goes tonight. But you can probably see that I'm in a different place. So it's been another one of those different lot of problems, but we'll push through it. So and we got here, you know me too well. Yes, between M&M work and homework. Anyway, how are you? I'm going pretty well, actually. I think with little kids, you're always sort of busy, running in between all sorts of different things. So it's nice just to grab a few moments to do a few bits and pieces. Managed to actually upload a few videos during the week, which I think the second one was interesting, because that's I think it's ranking in right now at the moment as my worst performance video ever, and that includes right from the very beginning when nobody was watching and you had like no subscribers. So I suppose every once in a while you're gonna have a bad one. And a big shout out to King Oldendorf. Hope you're having a good evening. How's your day been? I always think of you as King O or KO, which I think, can't remember, it's in the comments somewhere along KO. I always think of the wrestler Kevin Owens. So certainly on other streams and see there, I was chatting and KO. I was just saying before, having a few technical difficulties, so hopefully the sound isn't too bad. Still just trying to figure it out. It seems to be a bit of an echo. Haven't quite got it sorted yet. I'm also in a different room tonight, which has no carpet, and it's quite echoey. So that's not helping. You can really notice the difference with the acoustics. Mute. 2 streams in 2 weeks is record compared to the 11 months. Give you a like, yo, to try and get someone's attention. Ah, very good. Yeah, we've got to get back into that. While you're here, if you like what you're seeing, have your cursor move across the bottom there, and maybe trans over the like button. And there we go. Okay, just pop in, leave a like, and say hello. It's busy with other stuff at the moment. Oh no, that's great. Thanks very much for popping by, touching base, and if hopefully you can get through the other things you need to. If you get time, maybe just pop back again or whatever you need. And thanks very much for the super chat last week. I really appreciate that. I got here, mutant. Is it a new house or just a different room? No, it's just a different room. Unfortunately, just one of those things. Had a problem, couldn't get into the other one. So yeah, it was a last minute scramble to try to get something set up. And I just sort of look at it like what you said there. Yeah, 2 streams in 2 weeks compared to having not done anything for 11 months. I feel like a complete newbie streamer again. So it's like, oh, well, if everything goes wrong and is bad, let's just get it out of the system now. This is building the base, which is using some snot techniques, so everything's going to be sideways. So it's interesting the way that they're building up with the plates and bricks, and then having the angled parts on the outside. Because certainly something I'm going to be doing is just doing a bit more mocks. It's something I'm thinking about, sort of got a little bit of landscape. And I've been looking at the cabin A-frame designer's Instagram page. Like, he's had other stuff go through on the Ideas platform, which has always looked really, really amazing. Like, I think one was like a winter chalet and things like that. I just like what he does. Might try something like that. Might be a bit too ambitious. I always find when you try to do things and you don't quite get there, you learn a lot by just seeing what others are doing or trying to emulate it. You start paying a lot more attention to what you're doing. Mutant, it's worth a shot though. I mean, what's to lose? Yeah, exactly. I think it's one of those things too, when you're just building, you can sometimes be a bit more passive. So you think that you're really picking up the technique, but then when you start building something like a mock from scratch, and you go, oh, I really don't remember this, I've got to pay more attention. Newton, I hate my iPad, so many wrong autocorrections. Well, that's, when I first read it, I read it as lose. It's like, okay, I mean, what's to lose? Going off to the outhouse or something. Yeah, I'm horrendous autocorrect, because I'll just be quickly going through and doing out a text or something like that, and I'll hit send before I go back, and half the time once you hit send, you go and you read it, it's like, oh, this person's gonna have no idea what I'm saying. WhatsApp's not to go through, delete it, copy and redo it. But traditional SMS and text messages and things a little bit different. Sound is bugging me, because almost like I just want to go and watch the stream back and see, is this actually coming through properly, or is it actually all messed up? Okay, so this is like you're going to build two halves and then join them together. First half there. And certainly being in this other room, this is a fold-out table, and the hinges run along there. So if I push down on this, you hear it creak, and then also got the build cam off the end of it, so I'm trying not to put too much weight or pressure down onto it so it bounces around. Reminds me of a retirement home table, that sort of wooden creaky look. Yeah, this is actually a antique table, so it's probably what reminds you of your retirement home. Probably come out of there at some stage. And certainly when I first came down, I was a bit more put off by that, because I'm so used to upstairs. I've got a table, and then I put white sheets and then a glass top on top of it. So you're so used to something light like that. And then you come down to this, which is deep and dark. It's like, oh, this is going to be very different. And then hello to JB Awesome. Hope that you're having a good evening, or morning, or afternoon, depending upon where in the world you are. Welcome along. Just building a little bit of some Tallneck here. How's your day been? Evening, whatever it is, wherever you are. Great to have you along. Because the nice thing with the white, at least you can see stuff. We'll be losing a bit more and not being able to see it as much. So the viewing pleasure is not as optimal as it could be. Certainly you can hear the sounds just going all the way through it. As if I didn't have enough structure with sound and add this into it. Sound is off. Oh, the sound is on. Off. The sound is on, off. It's fine for one or two streams, but I definitely think the main room is clear and would help with the views. Yeah. Yeah, it's like each stream just trying to solve one problem. Last stream was just having it because I wanted to have the sort of set up. I couldn't figure it out at the time, and it's just one of those things where you're not thinking straight. So it's like, because I didn't have a set of headphones plugged in to stop the sound sort of reverberating through and echoing. I forgot to ask, have you any thoughts on the new joining roller coaster at Legoland Windsor? I'm just trying to think. We haven't been out there since I think it was just before summer holidays last year. I mean, the kids were off, but most of the other schools still had
So we went there. Was it open then? Was it something which just come up recently? Because the last roller coaster I remember opening was the Duplo one, but whether or not that was a couple of years ago. And then I think was Skyline the next one to open after that. That's awesome. I really enjoy that. The queues on that though, it's crazy. I mean, what are your thoughts on it? Just trying to think. We're looking at going to build finally. I mean, we had tickets for that in May 20, but obviously COVID took over that, so that put an end to that. So we've just had this credit for the last couple of years, and funnily enough, with the pound going down, it's now actually worth more. So we're going to try to go to that one. Is that May? It should be opening 2024, but it's where the wave slide thing was. The whole area has been demolished next door. I didn't know if you knew that, but okay. The wave slide. Was that because you've got, obviously you got the main wet area, and then sort of up from there you had, slide, which sort of came down the side of it. Is it there? Just trying to think. Maybe they were doing the work there last summer. I didn't think so. I mean, it seems like they do like, one major upgrade a year sort of thing, which is good to see. But it probably, I always found that wet area generally, it's either closed because it's too cold, or if it's a hot day, if you can get a slot, which you generally can't, it's just crowded with people. So it's kind of like, so if they're replacing it with something else, not too fast to be honest, because if that's the area that I'm thinking of, it's always been a bit of a dead spot. I might just try to put this on mute for a sec because I'll do some bag openings. Just want to make sure I'm muted. That does sound like it's there. It's that slide, the one that goes down the hill and ends at Tupelo Valley. Okay, yeah. I think, as I said, I know that slide, been on it a few times, enjoyed it for what it was. The problem is, again, generally sometimes I think that was the one where you sat on something, and then as you went down, right at the end, you hit the water. And again, being the UK, generally was cold, so you didn't want to go down it and get wet at the end. Because I can't remember, I don't think they had like a proper drying area for it. But yeah, if they manage to put something there that can be better utilized, sounds like it could be a good idea. this is pretty cool. I have a set which is this sort of comprehensive with snot building this manner. Yeah, I'm starting to get a good sense of why so many people really enjoy this set. And it was one which wasn't, you know, £300-400 or dollars or whatever. And certainly it looked like there was a bit of a boo-boo yesterday with one of the partners for Lego, whatever, exposing some of the development ideas for next year. It looks to be some really good sets. That too. The buildable Simba from The Lion King, which is that looks amazing. What do we got here? I've got to shoot. I might see if I can get the concept art and send it to you on social media, as I know how much your family likes Lego. Yeah, no, definitely. If you can, certainly appreciate that. I mean, what I used to do sometimes is actually go into the planning portal for the actual council, because obviously with a lot of those sorts of things, Lego itself has to get planning permission beforehand, and you can sort of see some things. And that's why originally when Skyline was proposed, it was actually going to be Lego Movie 2 themed, but then obviously the film came out, didn't do too well, so they flicked it across to something else. So yeah, no, that'd be awesome if you do. So yeah, we certainly enjoy going out there. I mean, the kids are starting to get to the point where they're just that age where they're starting to become a bit too old for it. So thanks very much for stopping by, sticking around. Been great to catch up. I know 2 streams in 2 weeks with what's going on, and try to keep doing the Thursday one. And by the time I've done seven or 8 streams, I might have some of the technical difficulties sorted out. Yeah, no, cool, excellent. Yeah, it's interesting with whatever the next sort of attraction development they're going to be doing out there. And of course, I got a spotlight right there. Note to self: don't stream from this room again unless needed. So it's building the base for this Tallneck. It is something a little bit different. I remember recently building one of the one from the first film where they have that little base which is up on top of the mountain. And the way that you initially construct that, it felt very much like a car frame. And then as we sort of found out, it was actually designed by somebody who used to work on the Speed Champions team. So it's like, that makes perfect sense. It's always nice to have different ways of approaching it, and it just helps keep it a bit fresh. So it's like, okay, I got to build the base. I got to do it the same old. Nice little way to do that little bit of rock work.
Using a variety of tiles and different angles on it. Which I noticed recently, I managed to get a hold of a Stranger Things upside down house and build that. Again, another base which is a regular shape, and that was quite a cool build. The way that it holds the two houses together is quite ingenious, actually. I've also thought of doing some mocks for Stranger Things, because there's only that set and then the Brickheads. It does make me sort of wonder if they originally, because it was so successful, they got the license, built a couple of sets, and then the second season came along. It's like, the content's a bit graphic. We might not want to keep doing this. It's a bit of a shame, because that's really enjoyed Stranger Things. I mean, I think part of it being set in the 80s and things like that when we were kids, there's a lot of nostalgia, and just watching it and you sort of see a lot of those things. I mean, the only downside is there's a few little things when they're doing some of their products and things. It's meant to be very specific years. That was one which was 1985. And then they had an Ultra Magnus Transformer going along. Which, being the geek that I am, that actually wasn't released until the following year. So it's like one of those things, it's like, it didn't even exist then. They had the Diaclone version, which was a Japanese one, but the color scheme on that was very, very different. Just when you nerd out over some of those little details, nobody else will ever notice or know. It's just like, no, that wasn't made until the following year. There's no way that could have been at that place at that point in time. Hopefully that clears up the sound a little bit. Been one of those days. There's definitely something not right with that music looping in. We'll just give that a restart. Hopefully that's a bit clearer. Unfortunately, getting a bit of feedback. Just that. Get that a bit clearer. Okay, it's the end of bag 2. There's some rustling sounds. I'll just turn this off for a sec. This is kind of an interesting way to do a tree. The trunk of it's been done with Technic pieces. Through those taps. Hey. So, celebrate builder. How's your day been? It's been here solving one problem of streaming and then realizing I've got other ones. So it feels like I've never streamed before. Hope that you guys might be getting a little bit of sleep with the little one. How's it going? I was building a bit of the Tallneck from Horizon Forbidden West. It's certainly a game which I've never played, so. How about you? Have you managed to get time to play it, or between family commitments, that's not happening anytime soon? Yeah, you know, the usual fixing things, shouting at peppers and trying to sleep. Same stuff, different day. I'm hoping that peppers is a typo. If not, you haven't been getting enough sleep. But no, certainly bring this. I know what that's all about. People, yeah, it does. I don't know. I kind of like peppers better. I can just imagine you. Here's a pepper. Ah! Now, how many different species of peppers can I have? Insult. Not all that sleep. Yeah, no, that's. I think with the age of that one, it's not sleeping through the night yet. I mean, it's in a generic term. Not, yeah, anyhow, yeah. You'll get me talking and I'm sure I'm going to insult something. I probably did shout at a pepper, who knows? It's when its friends gang up and come and get you. You know that you're well past not having enough sleep. If you've said it a second time, not realizing the first time, or something else is happening. That looks like it wants to pull all the way around. A flexible cable. Maybe that's it. That's really not happy about something. But I did manage to build a set last night, so you know there was an upside. The only problem is, you know, if you went to build something like a DeLorean and ended up as a 4 or 5 piece spaceship. What'd you end up building anyhow? Or what did you think you built? And would somebody else agree with that's what it ended up being? I feel like I've missed a step. I did that because I did. That's not... Greeny green goes there. And this feels more like that olivey vomit green. Well, I think it was one of the Star Wars helmets, but it has been moved and no idea where it is anymore. Or you're just blaming somebody else. You're probably building, you're so delirious you're building in the bathroom or something, didn't realize. Somebody's moved it. Which Star Wars helmet, by the way? Just trying to think if... obviously you had the other 3 announced. Well, but I think they might have been last week. A couple of clones and Return of the Jedi, Carrie Fisher one. I know it's called something weird. It was a Boola or something. I don't know. I'm not that Star Warsy. But I could be hallucinating as well. Yeah, lack of sleep will definitely do that to you. Yeah, it's definitely not. Oh, it's the previous step. Now it's saying that I'm done. But I got 3 stems left over, which doesn't seem right. But there's 2 there, and there. Yeah. I need to use 3 steps. But I definitely did build BB1 though. To build. Okay then. Oh. don't tempt me into spending money. So I just looked at that one and go, it doesn't look like skip. I think it's on sale at the moment too. Damn it. Just wondering if one of these is spare. So they generally have a tendency because of the weight. Spare one. Some interesting bits. It's pretty cool the way they got the base built. Let's hold it up, or is this the camera going to bounce around too much? But the Tallneck is my favorite set from last year. Oh yeah, cool. It's that's why I picked it up, because I heard so many people saying it was a fantastic build, and it's not really expensive. Like, you don't have to be a Lion's Night Castle, £350 or something ridiculous, or Hogwarts, or Razor Crest UCS. I mean, what? I sound like something. What? What was your favorite part of the build? I think I was commenting earlier. The base, just the way they're doing the snot techniques and things, pretty cool. But when you turn it upside down, oh yes, that's ghastly construction. It was definitely well worth a rise. Yeah, I think I picked up one or two from Germany when it was on sale with something else. Because the Germans have crazy sale prices. You can get it cheaper, even paying for postage, and they'll still be sometimes 10, 20, 30% cheaper than what it ever comes out in the UK. The thing you just have to watch, though, is you don't go over about 180, 190 euros. Because once you do that, you then get the 33% tariff. So all of a sudden, I just wish Lego would do more sites like this and price more often. Yeah. I think the other one which falls into this category is the Galaxy Explorer. I haven't actually built that yet, but it looks like, for the price that it is, it's a pretty solid sort of build and interesting. Yeah, guys, once up £200, just can't justify that sort of money to be spent on something like that. Obviously, that's not the reality of 2023, though. Okay, just thinking. Yeah, okay. Let's start building the base of the creature. The Galaxy Explorer is awesome. Such good value. And that's considering too, because I think here it's an exclusive, like a Lego in one other store. Whereas the Americans going on discount for like $50 in Walmart. Which, yeah, definitely for the size too. I mean, what are a couple of any other builds in that sort of cheap category? I'm finding these days the speed champions are really, really good. Sort of the movie car ones in particular, so James Bond, Dom's Charger, the Paul Walker car as well. You can get them in Smith's Toys. Yeah, I knew that would be one of the store, but I don't think I've ever seen it on discount from Smith's. Or if it is, it's only been like £10 off. It's like, oh, wait, maybe about another year and sort of see if get a bit cheaper. Oh, that's gonna be loud. I just can't afford that much these days on Lego. Yeah, I know much the same with sort of some sets. Build it, sort of try to keep all the bits and things together, box and instructions in the loft, and then after it's retired, just eBay it. And depending on which ones, even as a used set, you'll get either the retail price or somewhat slightly above. So then you can pull that into the next one. And, I mean, beyond anything else, it's just space. So I've been thinking of doing like a shelf tour. What I've got, because thinking back a couple of years ago, it would have looked so different. I'm just going to open a bag, so go mute. You're right, I must try and hit the hey, catch you later, take care. Yep. Thanks very much for popping by, having a bit of a chat. Every time I can remember, it's like just hit the thumbs up on your way out. Yeah, have a good sleep, and hopefully everything goes well with the little one, and start sleep at night sometime soon. Have a good one, Solo. And got GLS, welcome. Hope that you're having a good day, evening, night, morning, whatever it is, wherever you are. How have you been? Just building some Tallneck here. Finished off the base, and now it's going to start the actual creature itself. Have you built the Tallneck? Solo was just commenting that he had. It's a really good build, and that's what I keep hearing, which is why I went, you know what, this is going to be one I'm going to build. Okay, that's new. I've seen those pieces before. Like 2/3 high, or 1 2/3. I remember seeing something like that. Slightly different one. one's a rear piece too, but it was a 2x2, the same sort of thing. Through the music sounds like it's jumping something weird. That sounds even worse. Going in. Yeah, tile stuck in there. No, I can't get it out. Hello to all the lurkers out there. I can see you. I hope you're having a good evening, morning, day, afternoon, whatever it might be. I keep forgetting the clock's fast. That's bizarre instructions. Don't even see it. Here it's got these black bits listed. And you do this next sub-assembly. And then when you come over to here, the black bits are gone. But then on this step, they're back. That was just freaking me out a little bit. It's like, I'm sure I saw that step to put that on. It's interesting with these sorts of these days now that they've got those 1x5 length pieces and really start to use odd spacings. Again, different feel, because usually in the past it either goes something 6 wide or 4 wide, so it always keep an even balance. But when you got something which is in a 5 width, it has a different feel to it. Ooh, for sticker. Graphics in this are pretty cool. Which way up? Is one of these tricky stickers to get on an angle, and you want something holding it in place in the meantime. Which way up there? Ooh, that feels like it moves. Say one. Yeah, I missed the sticker. I wonder if that was on purpose, subconscious. So the big tan part to the bottom. That's pretty cool the way the shaping goes in around there. GLS, did you play the game? No, I haven't. I'm totally no idea about this franchise. I was having a look. It seemed like it's only a relatively new game. Like it only came out last year. Just if that's true, that's pretty good to have a Lego set based off it. Yeah, a bit more the latter. It's a combination of, most people said that it was one of the better builds from last year, and particularly at the price point. Like, you didn't have to spend hundreds. It's like, you know, under 100. I'm certainly looking at it. It looked cool. It looked very different, particularly with the neck and everything like that. And then the base, the way that it's built, with the snot technique and that. I mean, have you built it, or you played the game, or? I think it's probably commenting earlier. Had a, I think around Black Friday, a ridiculous sort of sale price out of Germany. Just like, oh, yes, please. And then just now finally getting around to doing it. It's kind of why I wanted to stream. Give me an excuse to build it. But I've just noticed lately I've been going through and doing more video game based builds and things. Last week did Sonic the Hedgehog, like an expansion to that one, which I'd previously done a mock, much bigger, some videos on the channel about it, done the instructions, and it's all modular. This and probably there's a couple of Mario ones I want to get through. Should be probably good timing, seeing the movies coming up soon. And then the kids are getting into Fortnite, so I did a Battle Bus mock. Just a little tiny one. Again, put that video up on the channel. But it's so far been the worst performing video I've ever done. It's just not really assuring, but I suppose it's going to happen at some time. It's the even videos I did when I had like no subscribers, I'd probably perform better. But certainly some mocks with Fortnite I'd like to do. And then I think later on in the year, there's rumors that there's going to be a sort of video game theme, like an extension to Sonic, and then some other ones will be included. So it could be interesting to see what happens there. And it looked like with that leak the other day, they do Zelda, and it's minifigure based for next year. And we've seen Mario movie coming out. We haven't had any leaks about minifigures for that, so it may not get it, which, when you got a movie coming out like that, it's a bit surprising. But it is Nintendo, so who knows. That's the end of that bag. Just thinking, I think I might start wrapping it up there. Just come on for a couple of hours, hang out, and have a bit of a chill session, build a few things. So what did we get through? Just a quick recap. This cool minifigure of, I'm guessing, the main character. Really nicely done, nice leg printing, nice arm printing. Seems to be this like insert there, I don't know. Got this other cool little mech character thing, I don't know really. And then of course the base. Which all nice and pretty and well done there. Some snot. and then the rainbow on the underside. What do we got? GLS. No stuff. Short now. Bow. Stud shooter. Yeah, I haven't seen a stud shooter, but yeah, the white. It's a white bow. That's what we're sort of. And the other side is just, you know, a nice built spear. And then starting the body, the actual Tallneck itself, I guess. Reminds me a little of the base to the T-Rex, for the big one for the Jurassic Park they did a couple of years ago. But then at that stage they didn't have the 5 wide, so that you can just kind of tell this is better in pulse. This feels good. Oh, you mean no stud shooter bow? No. Yeah, has there been one? I guess that you're taking that that's not good. Cool. So yeah, I think that's a nice point to just sort of end it there. Thanks very much for everyone who's been here, commenting and that. I think the thing which I do want to try to do is just do a couple hours build every sort of Thursday, sort of 8:30 kickoff time, give or take technical difficulties, which there's a number. I swear, by stream number 10, when I'm back in this, it will be sorted, hopefully, and I won't be in the echo room. Interesting. Chewbacca has one. I have to go and have a look. Oh, yeah. That's more of a horizontal crossbow, whereas I think this one is just a it's more vertical, your standard bow and arrow sort of thing. I mean, if you know the source material, you probably know whether or not that it should be up or down or horizontal. Sorry, yeah, no, that's a good call with that. So yes, as a sort of saying, try to do this every Thursday, just a couple hours, just try to get through some builds and that. I think I'll probably, how many bags? Maybe next week. Yeah, probably next week. Maybe try to do the rest of it, because the other head's probably going to take a bit as well. Just try to make sure we've got. Hard to see if there's enough time. Make sure that covers it there. And Avatar has the shooting bow. Okay, cool. Because we got some of the Avatar sets, and I know there's a couple we haven't got built yet. And there are a couple of the second film we don't have, because they haven't basically gone on sale. Do you know which set that one's out of? Let's go back and just some thank yous to everyone here during the stream. It's been good to see some familiar faces pop back up. I know it's been a year since I did anything. Streaming wise this way. Mutant, King Ollendorf in for a bit, and they're always great to catch up. Definitely life can times and GLS. Thank you. No, 2 of them do. Okay, I'll have to keep an eye out for that. Because yeah, certainly the still just trying to get through some of the stuff the kids got for Christmas to be able to build. So yeah, thanks very much for everyone who's been here, and so the thumbs up button there as well. A good buddy, Kevin Hinkle, I think, is doing a live stream. It's an art live stream, sort of viewer request over on Twitch, so you can probably find him at Mr. Hinkle Draws. I'll try to put that in the channel. Sorry, in the comments. Draws. So if you want to go make some art with some things, it's pretty cool stuff. Doing that, should be still doing that at the moment? Yeah, well, just starting. By all means, please do go and check him out. I'm on all the social media too. So, I mean, if I just make me big again there, or something like that, you'll see my Instagram will pop up. So, right there, at @MattElder_UK. That's the main Instagram one, and you'll be on Facebook and some of the others, but usually Instagram's the good one to find it off, and of course YouTube and that. So thanks again, everyone. Hope we all have a good evening, good night, good morning, wherever you are in the world, and hopefully catch you again next week. Take it easy. For the replay gang, if you made it this far, thank you very much, and just put in replay in one of the comments so that you at least saw this part of the video. Have a good one, everyone.